Yep.
Here we go. I thought we were going to start with the music.
Normally we have the music.
Yeah, we're waiting for the music,
like,
Justin.
What's going on?
Need to jam out.
Okay. The acoustic. By the way, I have been hearing this song almost every day.
Really?
Titanium.
Mm.
Yeah. I told Blue and Ella about this song last week and how we use it on the radio show, and they're like, "Oh, that's a good song to choose." And then that was last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We heard it almost every day.
That's
crazy,
random.
huh? Yeah. It's like when you say something and then all of a sudden just manifests.
Sure.
Isn't that?
Manifest destiny.
Does that happen to you?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is Missy Wahlen with Wahlen Advisory Group with Raymond James. And I'm here with my brother-in-law, Chris Knight.
Hello.
And my business partner. Yes.
Thank you for throwing that in there.
Yeah. We are doing a radio show and also a YouTube channel. So we got the best of both worlds.
And the YouTube name?
Wahlen Advisory
Group.
Wahlen Advisory Group.
Wasn't a question.
I was questioning myself. That's good. And with the titanium acoustic version, it's again just very soothing for me every week.
Not on YouTube though, but still.
But you can look it up. Or maybe we could get it recorded.
Oh God, another thing for me to
do.
We can figure that out.
With our compliance.
I'll deal with the excellent producer Justin on that one.
Yeah, our compliance in the industry. Yeah, all that fun stuff.
Living the dream, baby.
Oh, baby. Okay. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing good.
How was the weekend?
It was really good.
Yeah?
Yes.
Sorry I interrupted a dinner last night you were having with a phone call. I called Nana while you were
That was so mean of you and inconsiderate, unthoughtful.
I was making brats and hers are so good that I had to get, she cooks them in beer with a little bit of water and then adds a ton of onions, and her brats are really good. And since I'm doing the keto thing, I've been eating brats every day for lunch, but because
that's also really healthy. Yes.
Well, I'm just causing a heart problem with the keto. But I wanted to mix up the flavor a little bit, so I called her to inquire how she made hers, and it was while you guys were playing a game. So.
Mixing things up, huh?
Crazy over at my house. Crazy.
Mixing up how you cook brats. I
smell
love how
fantastic.
I love how. What kind of brats?
I just do the regular, like Johnsonville.
Okay. Those are good.
In the past, though, I was seasoning them like Lowry's and stuff like that and I cook them in the oven, bake them. Okay. But now I cooked them about halfway in the onions and beer, and oh my God, they smell amazing.
What kind of beer?
Miller Lite.
Just Miller Lite. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't think to ask that. Do you think it's a different beer? And she didn't specify.
I don't think it matters.
I bet she does Modelo. Your dad's a Modelo man. Or Corona.
I wouldn't be surprised if they use that, but that's a little bit more expensive.
Next time I see her, I'll ask her.
I know growing up, they would use just Miller Lite.
Yeah, I only have it because my sister drinks it. So
yeah, and maybe PBR too. I remember my dad having a PBR can. He didn't drink a lot
of beer. Yeah.
Well, of anything.
Really, he didn't?
No, my parents didn't drink much.
Interesting.
Yeah, surprisingly, since they had 8 kids.
Yeah. Didn't have time really to drink.
Well, and they just said that it just wasn't worth it because they would get tired.
Sure.
And you're managing 8 kids.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Sports activities, all that kind of stuff.
All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, probably driving around at night a lot too.
Yeah.
8 kids, brutal.
My mom's side of the family is from Illinois, about an hour and a half south of us. And so growing up, I remember my dad always, and we always knew it was time to start getting ready to go because my dad would have a Coke or a Pepsi.
Sure.
And he liked Pepsi.
Still does that to this day.
If I recall correctly, he liked Pepsi over Coke, so it was usually a Pepsi.
Now he's a Coke man.
Is he a Coke? So maybe it was Coke.
Maybe he swapped. Got bored of it.
That could be. I don't know.
I get our community group, our liquor store has the natural Coke with the natural sugar from Mexico, so I get those for him.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
He likes the real sugar ones.
Yes, without the chemicals. Coke, and thinking that they used cocaine way back in the day. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. A lot more potent back then, I would assume.
People passing out everywhere. No. We were at my parents' because of our home. renovation still.
Sure.
It's a
You didn't want
disaster.
to sit in the basement with a TV dinner?
No. Friday though, so Blue had a colonoscopy on Friday, and
We're saying this on the radio. Sorry, Blue. Go ahead.
And I always let her pick her meal that she's gonna have for the first time in over 24 hours.
Not to be rude and interrupt, did you inquire with Blue if you could discuss this publicly?
No, but
Continue.
The point is that she's picking out a meal.
How did that go, by the way?
Really good. Yeah, they found nothing this
No,
time.
but did your little concoction, did that work?
No, it didn't. So we just had to do the doctor's prescribed thing. Whatever.
The liquid.
Actually, Miralax.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just a ton of it.
Isn't it usually a special? I thought it was a special liquid that you.
For adults, yeah. And I don't know why for her, because she's practically an adult body.
Was she doing the Gatorade thing?
Nope, she doesn't like Gatorade. She doesn't like juice. She doesn't like anything. With
So
any
just
kind
water.
Yeah, just water. But I get her the electrolyte water now.
Sure. Okay.
For these procedures, but
sure.
Because she had to stop eating at 10 o'clock on Thursday.
Yeah.
Then she wasn't able to eat until 4 or 5 o'clock Friday, 4 or 5 o'clock p.m. Friday. So 10 a.m. Thursday.
So late?
And then, just because you have to wait till after the procedure's done.
Oh, wow.
So I let her, when this happens, I let her pick her meal.
What did she pick?
This time she picked grilled burgers.
Mm.
So I made cheeseburgers. And Friday was a weird weather day. So I was like, quickly, let's leave the hospital, rush to the grocery store, get all the.
Wasn't it raining Friday?
So there was a weather advisory until like 5:30 p.m. And it's like 4 o'clock. So I'm like, we gotta get this stuff and rush back home. And I'm quickly slapping together patties because I don't buy.
You grilled them?
So, oh yeah.
Why didn't you buy the pre-made?
I don't like it.
Really?
I'm weird. I'm a food snob when it comes to this.
I know you're a food snob. I like the ones from Sendix though. I think those are good.
Yeah, I like just getting the fresh ground beef and meat because I don't know what they use to make those burgers.
Sure. Yeah.
And I don't know how long they've been sitting there.
Sure.
So I like just getting fresh ground beef and making it myself.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And then our Mason and his really good friend were working on our fireplace that night too. So I made them some
Oh, well, that's very
cheeseburgers
nice.
and, yeah. Grilled up some celery and carrots too. That was really good.
Was Blue happy with her dinner?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Yep. And then we went to Cops for ice cream.
Nice.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
Really well.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. She's healthy. How long does she have to wait to go back now?
3 years. So they found nothing.
Is this 3 years forever?
They actually don't know what to do because so she had polyps when she was 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next time for the next year, they didn't find anything. But then the next time they did find polyps, which is why we had to go back again. And now they didn't find anything.
Did she get them removed?
Last time, yeah.
Okay.
But this time there was nothing to remove. So it's a gastroenterologist then that's working with an oncologist on this. And they had both said 3 years. She's come back in 3 years. She's not completely in the clear. Just because she had a clear one. But it's good that she didn't have any polyps, but it also just adds to the confusion as to what's going on and why are they there? How did they get there? What do we do in the future? So, yeah.
Poor Blue. Hang in there, Blue. Especially now that everybody's heard this as well.
This is one of those things I'm like, am I allowed to talk about this on the radio?
You didn't violate HIPAA. It's your daughter, so that's okay.
I know, but it's also her privacy too. So, yeah.
Well, it's forever recorded now.
Yeah. But what a weird weekend for weather-wise.
No, we were just talking about the weekend in general.
I know, but I'm just trying to change the subject, Chris.
Oh, not too quick on the uptake from time to time.
Yeah.
Well, what did you do for the rest of the weekend? We talked about Friday and Sunday. What did you do Saturday?
Saturday, got a really good workout in for the triathlon.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're doing that.
Yeah.
When is that?
End of June.
Okay. Are you worried? Nervous?
Not as much as I used to be a month ago.
So did you swim on Sunday?
No, no, but they're getting their
that's right.
pool
Yes.
painted, so I couldn't swim there. But at the gym, I did bike, and I'm just trying to get my butt bones in shape because that's what hurts the most.
A lot of butt talk.
This still hurts. They still feel really bruised. The phones.
Just getting used to biking in general. Do you have a bike?
I do have a bike.
Well, not everybody has a bike. I don't look at me like I'm crazy.
Well, I look at you like because I had to think like, do I have a bike? Yes, I have a bike. Okay, it's the thing is, it's just been in the basement.
Yeah.
For months. Yes. So I don't know if that's what I'll be able to use for the triathlon. I should probably figure that out.
Probably covered in a half an inch of dust as well.
Spider webs, cobwebs. Yes. Yeah. And yeah. I've just had a moment of anxiety and panic.
I'm causing all kinds of problems today. I thought you were like, of course I have a bike.
No, me and Blue went to the gym together.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, because
no Ella at the gym?
Where was Ella? She was at a friend's house. She was at a friend's house. And then me and Blue went to the gym because she still does conditioning and stuff for dance.
Oh, sure. Yeah. The off
and,
season is not long in dance, so.
Yeah. And then we went to Red Mill. Ella came home, and then me and the girls went to Red Mill. It was just the three of us, and we had a good time. Mark had a funeral visitation that he was at. And then Sunday, I had Eucharistic ministry for church for the Mass. The homily was really good. And then we went out for breakfast because, again, we have no kitchen. Then Ella's in Madison for a field trip. She's on Student Senate.
Oh,
and
that's
Madison
fun.
does this huge conference, I guess.
Sure.
So it's them and a bunch of other schools that come
How long
together for this conference.
Lots of trick questions today.
Well, I am so bad with my stepdaughter's schedule because nothing is put in our family calendar. Well,
because Mark coordinates her schedule, is that why?
Yeah, and she knows that he's not the best communicator with that stuff, and so she's also kind of responsible for communicating that. And I gave up years ago and me and Blue just.
So she'll be back at some point. We just don't know when.
I just know that she said, "I'll see you Wednesday."
There
when
you
we
go.
gave
She's
each
coming
other
back
hugs and
Wednesday.
kisses and bye, love you, have a good time, and be safe, make good choices. Yeah, all that
Lovely.
fun, yeah. So, and I think she comes back tomorrow, but don't quote me about that. Anyways, so Ella had the field trip, and me and Blue went to the gym again.
Did you go to Sisters on Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was good. They redid it. Remodeled. Well, not like remodeled. They just updated everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what Kathleen, your sister, was there having breakfast on Friday. She didn't say anything about it.
Oh.
What did they remodel?
They redid the floors. I think they got new tables.
Oh, I felt like that place was
freshly
relatively new
and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
That center wall.
Their breakfasts are gigantic.
I think they're toning it down.
Okay.
A bit, but yeah.
I got an omelet there one time. I was like, who eats this? It's like an 8-egg omelet with a ton of stuff inside of it.
Yeah, there you go. Then Mark had to work, so me and Blue went to the gym and then did the normal Sunday errands. My parents invited us over for dinner, knowing that we don't have a kitchen.
Nice, yeah.
And then, we played games. Oh my gosh, me and my mom.
A little competitive.
Oh, that's not the rules.
Apple didn't fall too far from the tree.
And then Blue is just laughing at us, and then Blue starts getting into it.
Was it a late night?
No, we were out of there by 7.
Oh, okay.
It was shortly after 7. Yeah, Sky Joe, Parcheesi.
I love Sky Joe.
Yeah, Sky Joe's a good one. But I can never remember the rules, and I can't remember the rules because I don't agree with the rules.
Which rules? This is gonna be the most boring show we've ever done. But continue.
You can't pick the better of the numbers. You're making a decision ahead of time.
Better of the numbers.
You can't flip the card over and look at the card that you picked up and pick the better of the number. You're choosing.
Well, that's the whole point.
Oh, I hate it.
That's the competitive person inside of you.
It's
a game of luck.
It's that, and it's not logic. Yes. So I can never remember.
It's okay
the
to get
rules.
out of your rule crazy world every once in a while for an hour.
Yeah. Greedy Dice was another game that we played too. That was a fun one.
Never even heard of it.
You've played Greedy Dice with us. Uh-huh. Oh.
Why would I lie?
Why
would I lie about this?
Going back and forth.
Justin fell asleep in there. He may have.
Yeah.
I had to double check. Anyways.
How was your weekend?
It was good. Working on house projects mostly with Aiden and cooking. Cooked a decent amount. Had an awesome fish fry on Friday.
Ooh.
And yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
We had a very relaxing, family-filled weekend. A lot of family time.
Did you do more grounding? Chris doesn't even remember from last week. Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah, refresh my memory on that one.
Playing with the earth.
Oh, You call it grounding. I call it touching grass. No, I didn't do any of that because it was raining or it was cold. So it looked so nice yesterday, but it was
deceiving.
so cold. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, very deceiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ran a lot of errands too. So yeah, it was a good weekend.
Okay, very good. So I mentioned the homily yesterday. Oh, the homily was so good. It also like you know how you manifest
This is at
things?
St. Mary's, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the homily. So we were talking about manifesting earlier, just a bit ago, and how you're reading stuff and how all of a sudden something may happen. Well, I've been reading a couple different books, and I finished one, and then I started this next one, and I started this other one because it complements each other. Anyways, the homily was about how God like makes room in your heart for Him, and so no matter the path that you go in life, God is always with you, and so even when you feel like you're going in the wrong direction and have to reroute yourself, God is going to be with you, guiding you along the way, and you are meant to go off the beaten path a lot of the times so that you do get rerouted. And just how we ourselves are making rooms in our hearts without even knowing it for God, and God is always there with us as we go through different paths and different directions in life in general.
Interesting.
It was really good.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it too. So that was the gist.
Very nice.
And I like this mass in particular because it's just it's early in the morning, and you get there, you work on your spirituality, which is the other thing too in manifesting. Last Tuesday, I had a professional dinner with other financial advisors from all different firms, and it was sponsored by an investment group. And because we get training, financial advisors have access to trainings, professional trainings from all over. So this investment group had brought in this former Navy SEAL, and they basically gave a motivational talk. And he had talked about the spiritual fitness, physical fitness, mental fitness, and emotional fitness, and how the four go hand in hand. And I had never heard of it being described like that before.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah.
And then I'm reading this book, and it talks about spiritual health, mental health, emotional health, and physical health too. And I'm like, oh, that's the second time this week. And then yesterday at the homily too, the priest is talking about all four components: spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. And how ironic is it that I've been hearing titanium every day, and that I've been hearing the four aspects of fitness and performance levels, and
everything comes full circle.
It did. It was just like one of those things that were in the mass. I looked at my husband, and I looked at my daughters, and they're like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. There's just a lot of serendipitous moments happening this week.
Oh, I wish I would have been at that dinner. You're making me jealous.
Well, there was tornado warnings and stuff, so that was.
I had a networking thing instead.
Yeah, but that got canceled because of tornado warnings.
Yeah, I went Wednesday.
This dinner did not get canceled, and you could just hear everything. And we were in this like dining hall. We're like, if we get stuck here, at least we got food and wine for the rest of the night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did look ugly, but nothing ever happened by us.
So. Before we jump into the business, we need to give out contact info. Yep.
I whispered that.
Wahlen Advisory Group.com, WAHLEN advisorygroup.com of Raymond James, and our phone number is 262-207-3815. And I messed up the phone number in an email this morning, so that's how I remembered it for this show.
I'm always impressed that you have that memorized.
Yeah, I messed it up in an email, but I did not send it to the client. I fixed it before I sent it off. So
nice work.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, we actually had a really good week last week in the S&P and the markets in general, because different ideas and opinions, but the most common one that I've been reading up on is with the ceasefire talks and that coming to a near end and getting closer and closer to a peace agreement with Iran. The markets are already pricing in a peace agreement, so that's one of many possible reasons that the market took off last week. So what I think is interesting too is that we were from January 1st to where it bottomed out at minus 9.1%. we had over an 11% recovery. So we're at over 2% for the year within the S&P 500. And that just happened within weeks, if not days, too. So that just goes to show how quickly the markets can bounce back, especially with geopolitical conflicts. We'll find out this week, too, if the ceasefire agreement is going to be extended to allow more opportunities for peace talks.
It's supposed to be up tomorrow.
And then we will also find out, too, if the Strait of Hormuz is going to be able to have free trade like it did before this conflict as well. And I guess what's happening right now is we have ships, we have tankers all within the strait, and there is shootings happening, but the shootings aren't targeting. They're just kind of shooting randomly, like up in the air to scare ships and the countries too. And so we'll see if that all comes to free trade and cleaner agreements happening within the strait as well. Yeah.
Hopefully things will calm down.
Yes. What other questions do you have?
None.
Okay.
What else did you see here with this stuff? Was there anything else? I wasn't ready for that questions.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure if I should jump into the next topic.
Yes, go ahead and jump.
Okay. We have the Fed chair transition coming up, which is
hearings tomorrow, I think.
Yes, which is a big deal too. And the president of the Federal Reserve is supposed to be politically neutral. But when you have presidents that's able to appoint them or help influence votes for them, they tend to, their economic theories and ideologies tend to align more with the politics of the president as well. So,
do you remember who appointed Jerome Powell?
I should know. It was Trump.
Was it?
I should know. I think it was Trump. But then he stayed under Biden. Yes. And then continued under Trump. But
I was thinking it was either Trump or Obama.
Could be Obama too. Oh, I'm gonna look like an idiot on the air now.
No, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who appointed him. That's okay. It was the thought that I had.
Oh.
You're not gonna look like an idiot.
Oh, I got kind of already do. So.
Stop it.
So yeah, the May 15th is when Powell's term ends. And so then we'll have a new president acting in place by then. So Trump wanted to get rid of Powell. Already, but
that
was
caused
advised,
some market issues as well.
But was advised not to because Powell's term is almost up. So why are you going to cause all this ruckus to have a new president be in May of 2026 anyways? So and we're getting there. We're getting really close to it.
Yeah. Exciting times.
Yeah. Then the other thing is GDP is still looking really healthy as well, despite gasoline prices and despite inflation just being a little bit higher than it was at the beginning of the year. GDP is still growing at a decent rate, and that's because of company earnings, companies being profitable. The profitability of companies is growing, so GDP is allowed to grow with that too. So
and even after the tariffs too, that's good.
So those are all really good signs. And one thing that I think is really interesting though is even with the market doing a lot better than it was even a few weeks ago, even with talks of GDP being healthy, it seems that investor sentiment and consumer sentiment in general though is still down, and meaning that they're hopeful, but they're like, come on already. Like we're still dealing with high gas prices, high grocery prices, high housing. Yes. And great that companies are profitable, but look at what it's costing me to have all these different subscriptions, memberships, internet, cell phone, all of that daily stuff that we need still to survive as an American. So overall sentiment isn't looking the greatest, but numbers itself are looking really good. And so the point that I'm getting at is I'll be very curious to see how the consumer sentiment drives the markets for the remainder of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Interesting.
I love this stuff. So,
Me too.
I find it very interesting also.
Thank you for researching all of that.
Yes.
And I think we're good to go.
Okay. Well, you can find us at Wahlen Advisory Group.com, Raymond James, 262-207-3815.
Thank you.
Yes. don't know if you can actually see me.
Oh, come on. All right, I'm going to manually stop this.